Hello everyone, Lia here. Apologies for the dead background. I mean, it's a white background. I've actually been a YouTuber for like 10 years. This is not okay. But anyway, I'm going to be filming somewhere much nicer soon when I join this fancy new workspace I've found. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. This is Property Couple, it's our channel. I run it with my husband AK. We talk about property investing, business, working together as a couple. We share as much as we can on here. We're very transparent. So in today's video, one of my admin jobs for Property Couple is that I have to calculate how much interest is owed on a business loan that was made from a private investor into our business, and I have to pay them their final payment. This investor has been on board for 4 years, and this year they're finishing their agreement with us. They want to go on and do different things, and that's absolutely fine. I thought it would be interesting for anyone else who's perhaps raising money into their property business. Maybe you are trying to scale your business and you're thinking, I need to now leverage other people's money in order to grow my portfolio. Or perhaps you might be watching this thinking, I've got money and I might want to invest it with Property Couple. Or you might just want to watch me do some maths. That's fine as well. Anyway, so let's work out how much money this investor is owed. This investor was in, should we just call them something? I feel like we should call them a name. Let's say Bob. Bob was in for £180,000 at 8.5% annually. That's £15,300 per year that Bob was in for. So every year, Bob was getting sent that much money. If they wanted it quarterly, they could have it quarterly. If Bob particularly like to receive their money at the start of every year, just because I'm almost certain that this money for Bob was like holiday fund, going on a really beautiful holiday with the money that was in safe hands with Property Couples. Don't worry, that's not the end of the video. This year, we've actually been in the process of paying Bob back. We had a refinance land into our account. So that is when you remortgage a property, pull some equity out, or that's basically what a refinance is. And it meant that we had quite a lump sum amount of money in our account. So money's coming in, cash flow's coming in, and Bob wanted to be paid back. Now, because we had that trust with Bob and we have that open dialogue, Bob was comfortable with not being paid back the full £180,000 in one go. So I have got the notes down here of all of the dates and how much Bob was paid back over the course of the last however many months. So I'm going to bring up those notes now. As you can see here, the 8.5% interest rate is owed on the 180. But in March, I paid Bob £50,000. So that means that his loan would be £130,000. I would still owe Bob 8.5% of what he currently had with us, which was £130,000. I then later in August paid him another £50,000 down. And then actually throughout August, I've paid him £25,000, and then only like last week paid him the final £30,000 down. So what we need to work out is all of those little chunks of time, how much the 8.5% is on Bob's loan, because obviously the loan varied over the course of time. I hope that's clear, and I just thought we'd just run through it together, because you can probably just get like AI to do this. I know AI is like way smarter than humans, but it's good to know how to do it. So first things first, I think we should work out exactly how much the 8.5% works out at per day when Bob was owed £180,000. So from the 22nd of February until the 3rd of March 2024, that's 14 days. Bob had £180,000 invested with us at 8.5%. 8.5% times £180,000 is what we said earlier, so 15,300. So what we're going to do now is divide that number by 365 days of the year. And what that tells us is how much interest is owed daily. So that means £41.92, because we just round up the 9.1 to a 9.2. £41.92 is what was owed per day for 14 days whilst Bob had his money with us at 180 grand. So that comes to £586.85. Okay, then we move on to the period of 153 days. So this is the majority, the chunk of the money. Bob had 130,000 with us because it's 180 minus a 50 grand I've just paid off from a refinance. So now you work out 8.5% times it by 130,000 is £11,050. You then divide that by 365 to find out how much it is per day. And I just typed into Google, how many days are there between the 7th of March and the 7th of August? It's 153 days. So you times the 30.27 by 153 days, and that's £4,631.92. So that's the main chunk of interest, because from seeing the payments that we've made back to Bob, that was the biggest chunk of time where we didn't make any payments down. We then had some more money land into our account from a transaction in August. You'll notice here that there's been some payments where it was like 50,000, then 25,000, 25,000 and 30,000. That was to do with the bank not letting us transfer more than 25,000 at a time from another account. So that's why Bob got paid back incrementally over those days. But luckily with that investor, we have that relationship, the trust is there 100%. Anyway, so now it's the 7th of August 2024, and Bob has been paid down another £50,000. So the total amount of money that Bob has with us is now £80,000. And for 14 days, he's owed 8.5% of £80,000. So again, you do £80,000 times 8.5%, that's £6,800 a year. Divide that by 365 days of the year. It's £18.63 a day. Not bad, is it, for doing nothing? And then you just times that by 14, the 14 days. So that's £260.82. So as you can see, that's that section there. What we're doing, by the way, is we're going to be taking running totals. All of these are going to come to what the final amount Bob is owed back. We then have £25,000 paid off. Bob's balance with us is £55,000. And 8.5% of that daily turns out to be £12.81 per day, using the same calculation we've just done a couple of times. And because the balance was only £55,000 for one day, that's just £12.81 added onto the bill. And then for the final day, paying off Bob the final £30,000, it turns out that that payment was £6.99, which is hilarious. But you have to, I don't know why the small amounts just make me laugh, but yeah, so £6.99 was owed for that final day of interest. Every penny counts. That brought Bob's balance back down to zero with us. Let's add it up. You've got the £586.85 plus £4,631.92 plus £260.82 plus £12.81 plus £6.99. So the total interest we owe Bob for this sort of staggered pro rata final, time of him having the 180,000 with us is £5,499.38. So that is the amount of money that Bob will be getting. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm okay to just round that up to 5,500. But if my accountant was to say, like, where'd you get that number from? It's quite nice to just be exact with it for bookkeeping reasons. Anyway, so that is how much Bob will get paid. And that is the end of Bob's loan with Property Couple. And what an amazing 4 years. So let's just calculate. So the 15,300 plus 15,300 plus the final year, which obviously been paid off kind of early due to an agreed staggered interest payment for 5499.38. In total, for that loan into our business, Bob has had £51,399.38 from us. And Bob has been on some really nice holidays because I've seen them on Instagram, thanks to Property Couple. The good news for me is that it's about 12,800 more of cash flow per year into Property Couple. What it also means is that should someone else want to get their money working for them, I have the opportunity now to service that person's money at the same interest rate that I was giving to Bob. The cash flow of the portfolio is enough to service that person for 8.5% due to the up-running, cash-flowing deals and properties in our portfolio that generate more than enough. That's how that works. Obviously, at the beginning, it's pretty scary using other people's money, but when you've got like the trust and you've got the transparency and you've got the proof in the pudding, you're like, this is the asset, this is how it works, this is how much money you're going to be getting. It is a bit wild, isn't it? When you look at the numbers and you're like, wow, giving someone that much money per year. But we needed that money to get to the next level and then borrow more money to get to the next level. So I hope that's been interesting for some of you guys. If you are interested in having some nice holidays paid for you, Using money you've got sat in the bank account. Oh, it's my grandma. Sorry. I will reply straight away. I just need to finish this. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that if you are someone who, like Bob, has got money sat in their account and you just want that money working for you through proven assets that are up and running and cash flowing, you know, you're not part of those assets, but you're loaning money into a business that's producing enough to pay you yearly interest or monthly interest or quarterly interest, however you'd like it, then drop me an email, drop me a message via the website, lia@propertycouple.co.uk, or there's a form in the description about investing with us. So that's how that works. I hope that has been interesting, and a little bit of maths to start off the week is always good. I will check this through an AI thing just in case. I'm 99.9% sure I've done that correctly, because I have done it for many other investors that we have on our books. Mostly these people are, you know, people that have sold their businesses that want to just put their money somewhere whilst they figure things out, or retired people who want extra income. Yeah, it's mostly just people that have got not a lot of appetite for the headaches that go with property. They just want that guaranteed return, you know, money in the bank at the moment, like interest rates. I think one of my savings accounts is down to like 1.8% or something. I'm actually losing money when you look at what inflation is versus what like interest in the bank is giving you. Get that money out, get it working at a high percentage, get it paying you. That's enough from me today. I hope that has been good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. And as I said at the start of the video, hopefully this background, this whole flat, we won't be filming videos here for much longer. We are carrying on living here. It's just that I found a really, really nice workspace, like a co-working space, not far from where we live, and it's really beautiful inside. I think I want to film videos there. They'll let me with the membership I'm going to have, and just rock up with all my equipment and film property videos there. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. If you don't hear from me next week, I'm actually going to be in Greece sorting out my EU passport. Don't know why. I always find it really funny at the end of a property video where I just give you a quick life update, but some people are interested. So yeah, sorting out my European passport. Was registered as a citizen in Greece when I was born, but just don't have my ID passport sorted out, but it should be fairly straightforward. So I've got my appointments next week, super busy with the coaching side of things and just trying to keep everything ticking over. My inbox is still drowning. And that's it from me. Hope everyone's well, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye. Don't forget to drop me an email if you want to get your money working.